permission to put the building up for sale. We can either sell it ourselves, or I had a conversation with Rod Dar about having them list the building.
What is an estimated price on it?
No idea. That would be one of the reasons that we would have a professional. Yeah, I think he would have a good sense of what we could list it at. And we could either take that advice or not.
I'd say that's the best way of getting it sold.
What do we think?
Is it a percentage of the sale then, or?
He generally charges 7.5 to 10, and he's willing to charge us 7.
I thought it was his regular 6%.
Not for commercial property.
Oh,
They have to put a lot into it to sell it, because it's tough to move. It's the only vacant storefront. The only thing the building doesn't have is air conditioning. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape.
So go ahead.
yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Okay.
HBC's moving where?
We don't have an office right now. Future of the organization is in limbo right now.
Okay.
I thought, didn't I read somewhere where they're moving down Depot?
That's the chamber.
Oh,
Chamber's gonna move, they want to move down there.
okay.
We should have a discussion at some point about lodging tax and the chamber if we're gonna take that mission on. Depends on HBC's future as well.
Yes. It does.
That's all I had, Your Honor.
What you got, Roger?
I want,
Excuse me, just before you get to that, do you want a motion to, authorize using DAR to sell this property? And do you want any values set on it, or you just want it for best price possible, or
I
get an
think best
appraisal
price is-
first, or?
I don't think we should get an appraisal. I think we should go best price to what the realtor thinks we can get and list it for that.
I think that's the right. Appraisal costs $3,400.
Most commercial appraisals are over 1,000. I talked to the bank.
Okay.
I
so
think
that-
he'll have a pretty good handle on what the market, what the realistic number for that building will be based on his knowledge of the market, and I guess I would, do we start with a 60-day or 90-day listing, or what was he talking about as far as the?
We didn't talk about term, but I'll talk with him. Since it's going into winter, I guess I'd want to be a little long-term on it, give him a chance, and then after that we can decide.
Okay.
Go ahead, Roger.
Do you want a motion?
The EDA,
I think.
is there any EDA involvement in that building?
Yes.
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 Their money fixed the building up, and then the loan with HBC. The loan for HBC was forgivable if they stay in Rushford for 5 years. I think they had 2 years, almost 2, and
3 right now.
is it 3?
We're up to 3.
So then
It's
what happens to
2011.
the loan?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's prorated or if the whole amount. But proceeds from the sale would go back into the EDA.
Yeah.
I think we would want to reimburse the revolving loan fund first, and then if there's anything left over, it would go into the fund that paid for the improvements. Did the EDA pay for the improvements, or did the?
EDA paid for it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we took that out of the capital fund.
So, my question is, what's happening with the liquor store, the community center?
Well, can we finish this one first?
I thought,
Would
yeah.
HBC thing?
Would it make sense for council to direct staff to finalize all of the details and bring it back at the next meeting for final action
Well,
or final
then
approval
that just delays everything for 2 more weeks, you know, and if your intent that you don't need the building for city purposes, you wanna sell it and make the best use out of the building.
I mean, just,
No.
just so that we've got, you know, just so that everything is laid out, you know, where the how the money would be
I think.
distributed or whatever.
We can
It's all
get it, we can
Okay.
get it
It's
listed.
all going
Here's-
to EDA one way
I
or
will-
another.
I'll get it listed and then I'll bring back to the council. Because if we sell it quicker than 90 days, but I'll bring back to the council where I have a list that shows, Kathy provided a list that shows where the funds came from. And so we'll come back with a recommendation and say, this is where the money should go back. And the priority should be, or you can just say it right now, the priority should be the revolving loan fund first and then the building, or the other way around.
Well, first of all, let's see if we can get it sold. Get it sold.
But I think we maybe should have a motion to authorize to sell the building,
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll make a
to list the
motion.
building.
authorize to list it for sale, yeah.
Got a motion, Roger?
Yeah.
Got a second?
Motion.
120 days.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Colvinson, second by Mr. Dahl.
Would a listing for 120 days, is that what you're asking? Would that be acceptable as part of your motion?
But like, it's not open-ended. Or,
Up to 120 days, and if nothing happens, you come back and decide what to do then.
right, we can extend it or we can go with somebody else.
Good, Roger?
Yep.
All right. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, thank you. Go ahead, Roger.